Hello, everybody. So I just wanted to come on here and share some thoughts I have regarding the USA's Pluto return that's currently happening. As you can see, this is the United States natal chart. I use the one with the Sagittarius rising because I find that it represents exactly um, the United States. So currently, Pluto has just started to go direct. It's at 24 degrees of Capricorn, heading towards a natal conjunction with Pluto at 27 degrees. We should expect that to happen in February of 2022. I'm going to pull up that chart now so you can see it. Here you go. So in February, Pluto is going to make its official Pluto return. It's going to conjoin the natal Pluto at 27 degrees. This is happening in the second house of Capricorn. So we should expect to see some kind of transformation or metaphorical death and rebirth in the United States second house of resources, finance, income. I interpret this as some kind of change or transformation in the economic system, and mainly because just because the conjunction is going to happen in February, it doesn't mean that we're not feeling it right now. If you can see, if you follow the news, hopefully not the mainstream media news, you can see that there is a big issue with supply chain. There is a backlog, and that doesn't look like it's going to be resolved anytime soon. There are a lot of layoffs due to the vaccine mandates. People are in August, more than 4.5 people quit their jobs. And there is a budget that's currently pending to be passed. It's a huge budget compared to the ones that were passed before. A lot of people or experts, depending how you listen to, say that that's going to inevitably impact the dollar, and the dollar may crash. All of these things are consistent with what's currently happening in the US's natal chart. What's also interesting is look at that Mars that's going to further activate that Pluto return. I mean, Mars is just going to further, it's going to make things even bigger and more significant. Luckily, Venus is right behind to kind of clean up after that conjunction happens, but there is certainly going to be something significant happening in February. My interpretation, based on everything that's happening, is definitely some kind of economic issue, some kind of crisis, some kind of death and rebirth. We know that Pluto basically when it comes around into the natal chart, it brings out the deep-seated issues that need to be addressed. And so even though initially it might look bad, it might seem like things are getting bad, things will become better. And the reason why I think that will be the case is based on the USA's progress chart. I love using progress charts, and I'm going to show you. I'll use the February date so we can see what the progress chart looks like then. As you can see, hopefully you already know what a progress chart is. If you don't, I can make a different video. It's quite a bit of it's kind of a longish explanation, and if difficult to understand if the concept is new. There are certainly a lot of people on YouTube explaining it already. Feel free to check them out. But the moon in progressions moves around the entire natal chart through a span of 28 to 29 years. And as you can see here in the outer wheel, the progress moon is at 18 degrees of Aquarius. It's about to go back to the same spot where it was in the United States natal chart. And that's the typical interpretation for that is that the person or the entity goes through a transformation, a change, a departure from where things were in the past, and basically there is a new era, a new phase in the person or the entity's chart. I know that for myself, when that happened, when the moon came back to the natal position where it was, that happened when I was about 25, 26 years old. I went through a major change in my life, and I can clearly say that it marked a major departure from how my life was for, before that date and what my life is today. There is a clear distinction between the two periods, and that is what's going to happen in the United States too. From what it looks like, there is gonna be some kind of difficulties, but there is gonna be change too. And the change doesn't happen right away. Just because the progress chart is going to conjoin the natal chart, it means that there is going to be a change right away. Especially when we're talking about a country as big as the United States, this is going to take time, but we will be seeing changes slowly happening. So this is my little interpretation. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. If you are curious about progressions and would like more information, that is my favorite tool that I use to predict and read charts. It's very accurate. I can provide more information on that. Thank you.